All right, welcome back to the Figure Trap. My name is Saga, and today we're going to be taking a look at the DC Rebirth McFarlane CLAYFACE figure. That's right, big monster. Let's get him out of this box and onto the table. Let's do this.
The figure trap.
All right, packaging time. And as you can see, this monster barely even fits on the table. So take a look. We got Clayface here. We got pretty much the majority of this box is plastic, which is like the opposite of Hasbro's mission right now, right? All right, we got this cool picture on the back. Yeah. DC Rebirth, Clayface on the side. And yeah, just a gigantic package for a gigantic figure and lots of window. All right, that's enough of that. Let's get this guy out of the package. Yeah. All right, here is our big lump of dirt outside of the package, and he is an awesome character. I really like him pretty much in every incarnation that I've ever read or seen of Clayface that I've really liked. When I was a kid, I remember reading the Mud Pack, part of the Batman series, and it really made me like Clayface. And then the animated series, and he was even in that Harley Quinn show that came out lately on the well, it was the DC app. Now it's on HBO Max, but yeah. Anyway, so he's a great character. Okay, now all that being said, let me point out something about this figure, or let me point out a few things about this figure. And one of the best ways to do that is like through this audio test here. Now, look at the sound of this plastic on the arm. All right. Now listen to this. You can tell there's a difference there. That's so hollow and cheap feeling. Like, yeah, compared to that arm, that's way different. Now the arm, the chest is like it is. That's rubbery on the stomach there. So you got the legs that are like the arm and the face, and then you have like the rubbery stomach and the hollow plastic right there in the back. So three different kinds of plastic going on here with this guy. And you know, he looks good from a distance, but you're gonna have this like, it's got a weird feel. Just it's weird, but we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But let's get into looking at the actual aesthetics of this figure. All right, so here in the face, you got this creepy looking face, which actually the jaw articulates. So to show you how it looks two different ways. But yeah, I mean, that's awesome. That looks really cool. Yeah, and just the little like, you know, runny looking muddy designs with like the Freddy Krueger faces. That's what it reminds me of, like when Freddy had those faces in his chest. Yeesh. Yeah, awesome looking, crazy, like just look at that, hands and faces and weird stuff all over it. And yeah, just looks really good. Details on top of details. You know, like if it didn't have that cheaper plastic, like man, this would yeah, I don't know, but we'll talk about that. Like I said, we'll talk about that anyway. But yeah, this is what he looks like. He looks like Chet from Weird Science, and he has tons and tons of detail. But yeah, that is his aesthetic. Moving on. All right, let's get into articulation. And you can see that gap up there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, his head, um, nothing. I mean, like nothing. That feels like it's gonna break inside of there if you turn it too much. We got an articulated jaw. That's cool. Now this right here, you move these arms, dude. You almost feel like you're gonna break that. Look at that, too. Look how loose that looks. But you feel like you might break that little like chest piece area, or that cheaper plastic. It's like you're worried about breaking that actual plastic as you move this, which is, that's a little bonkers, man. You know? So his own arm only goes up that high. And then here, this is absolutely, see, we go up that high. But this arm situation here, back that far, is absolutely insane. Like, you cannot bend these elbows at all. Let's try the other one. You cannot bend these elbows at freaking all, man. Like, they don't even look like they're really designed to actually be bent. When you actually, I mean, look at the hinge. That thing looks like it's molded strange. Like, I don't know if heat would do this, but that's crazy. Look at that hinge. I mean, I don't know if heat's gonna like fix this. I mean, there's no rotation, there's nothing, and it's not much different with like any of the hinges on this guy. His hands, same deal. No real movement. I mean, like it would if this is gonna take heat, it's gonna take a lot of heat, and I mean like beyond NECA level heat. Like I don't even know what you'd have to do to make this guy move. But he's got his ab moves that much, and I'd be careful with that because I've been hearing people say they're having trouble with that rubbery plastic breaking. All right, his leg goes up that high. His leg goes out that far, and then his knees are an absolute nightmare. Like I got it open that far, but that took so much wrenching right now. Like I suppose he would probably move that one. I have more faith in those knees than I do any of the other joints in this guy. But yeah, yeah, I don't know what to say about articulation. He basically has no articulation at all. So yeah, that's not good, man. Like this is a statue. That's a freaking statue right there. Like it's don't expect this thing to articulate. I'm telling you right now, if you buy this, you're buying a statue with a little bit of articulation, like I mean a little bit. So going into it, just know that this is going to be a $40 statue. Almost should just be a statue. All right, moving on. All right, and here is our Clayface figure next to the Riddler from the Batman movie and the armored Batman. Yeah. All right, and here is our Clayface figure next to Evil Lyn from the Masterverse Revelation series and Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Clone Wars Black series. Yeah. All right, and just to show a Marvel legend, here is our Clayface figure next to Electro. And yeah, what a duo they would make. All right. All right, so let's get down to the nitty gritty, man. What do I think about this figure? For $40, like it looks like when you see this on the shelf, you think, oh man, that's an amazing deal. $40, all that plastic, great figure. Oh, that's crazy looking, yeah. And yeah, but no. It is a good deal for $40. Is it a good deal? Yeah. It's a deal for $40. It's exactly what you probably should get for $40, but it's not like an $80 figure for $40 like it looks. It really is just you're getting what you pay for. You got some cheap plastic in there. They had to make some sacrifices to make this thing cost $40. It looks great from a distance. So if you're gonna put this up on the shelf and leave it alone, yeah, awesome. I mean, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be articulating this very much or expecting it to do a lot, but it will sit in the background on my shelf. And honestly, you cannot tell that this is cheap plastic until you actually touch it. It's all about the tactile experience that lets you know that there's something cheap and weird going on here. But if you don't get that close, it's a Mona Lisa, man. Looks great from a distance. So yeah, you guys do with that what you will. I picked one up because I wanted it in the background. I'm okay with it looking like a statue, but yeah, if I went into it thinking I was getting a ton more, which I did, I mean, I'm not gonna fake the funk. I actually thought that I was getting like a figure that could articulate and whatnot. So yeah, but if you go into it thinking that, you're probably gonna be a little bit disappointed because I was a little bit disappointed. And yeah, just facts. That's what it is. All right. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will catch you on the next one. Yeah.
The figure trap.